Hey guys, I wanted to give you all an update on what's going on in the garden. So here are our raised herb beds. So just a pallet with fence panel. I lined the bottom of that with that R panel. I mean, it's very easy to work with. You just take this R panel. I literally don't have the tools at the moment, but you just take it. I use these, and I'll cut a little slit right there, and it'll just rip down like a soda can. I mean, it's quite a bit thicker. Anyways, got the old fire pit there. But yeah, so that's the herb garden 1, herb garden 2. Here is the herbs. Here are the herbs. So we've got all kinds of stuff in here. So everything from cayenne to Rosa Blanca, I think what that is. Blackberries aren't doing too hot. Yellow pepper cherry, yellow pear cherries. I'm not sure what that is. Holly did that one. Green bell peppers, Hungarian yellow wax, poplars, California Wonder. Not sure what that is, but we're going to grow it. Super 100, Bride's Atomic Grape, jalapenos, shishitos. All this. I guess that's not the herbs that I thought it was. But let me explain. We have that tray and other trays. We do, however, have herbs growing. So we got our mint right here. My petunias, not an herb, but my green onions. These are our beans. My rosemary right there. That is wild yarrow. That is a styptic. And then I've got, I think my basil died. I had some basil growing over here. It died. These are beans right here. That's a weed right there. That needs pulled, actually. And then this isn't growing just yet. I mean, you see a little bit, but not too well. That is going to be my shishito peppers this year. And bean sprouts galore. All of these little holes I'm going to fill with soil. And that's also going to be probably a flower bed to attract my bees, which are going right there behind that wagon wheel. Going to have more right here. I'm doing quite a few raised beds in here for us rather. My cactus, I love it. Take that stuff right there, take all the needles off of it, shave it up the sides. Whoo boy. And you got to burn it down. I'm going to tell you, you cook that right there. Ho, 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 man. Nice green sauce. That goes hard in some tacos. Yeah, so I don't even know whose cat that is. I guess he's mine now. That's Ninja. He just kind of showed up out of nowhere. He's chill, though. What you doing, buddy? Oh, not today. I'm the nurse, Denzel. Denzel's in training. Meow, meow, meow. He's in training. He's learning how to be an outside cat. There's Ninja. They're not related. Anyway, guys, yeah, this is the garden. Humble beginnings, right? Humble beginnings. But it's coming along. I mean, shoot. If you've kept up with me this long, you kind of know where we started, you know? And this is my beautiful, beautiful view. It's a little bit cluttered right now, but yep, it is what it is. I'm spent. I had to move all that soil. The soil, by the way, so if you're trying to grow something and you're trying to mend your soil, right? Say, like out here we have very, very sandy soil. You can see right there. That's where my dogs dug a nice hole for me. But very sandy soil, so it's hard to grow a lot of things. In spite of the trees that are growing, plants typically don't do all that well out here unless they're native. Most of the native plants out here, I haven't researched them all, but the ones I've researched, I mean, you're not talking like any huge fruits. You can get watermelons and squash, those are big, but sandy soil, it's good for certain things, but not all things. Well, black cow manure is like $6 a bag, and you take one bag of that, and it's 1 bag per 8 bags of native soil. And you mix it up and put it in there, and it helps, kind of helps harden, I guess, whatever plants, as far as like getting them used to the weather. That's what we're doing with those plants right over there right now, actually. These, that, what I thought was an herb thing, that is a pepper thing, we're hardening them off. So we grow those in the house, in that tub, under a grow light. You got to bring them out, get them hardened off, get them used to the heat, get them used to the environment, and then you bring them out. Otherwise, you're going to end up with a bunch of dead plants, unless you're lucky, which I suppose you could be lucky. Some people have been, and that's amazing. But nothing goes to waste. In fact, that building that I said I was going to donate, that's what's on the bottom, keeping my soil from falling through that that pallet right there. I just put it on the bottom, put a couple of feed bags underneath it to tighten up those loose ends. Even the ash from the wood pile, I take that ash and I'll mix it in with soil, and it helps the nitrogen in the actual soil. I mean, you can use it, put it on ant hills, which I'm probably about to do here in a little bit. It'll dry their exoskeleton out and kill ant hills. Another fun way to dispatch ants, if you have the time, you take and get some cans, some aluminum of some kind, wherever you can get aluminum. Anyway, you smelt it down. Smelter's pretty easy to make for that. And you pour that sucker in there, and it instantly will kill them. I mean, it's so hot it'll instantly kill them. But when you pour it in the anthill, it's pretty cool. You got to let it cool for, I'd say, about an hour or two, and then you dig it up. Well, once you dig it up, you rinse it off, and it looks like a daggum tree. It's cool. Perfect little sculpture. Those things, those anthills go pretty deep sometimes, so you can make all kinds of stuff. But YouTube it, look up a multi-aluminum anthill sculpture, and you'll see what I'm talking about. Everybody says that's cruel, but keep in mind, when you put poison into your ground, and you poison those ants, you're putting poison into your ground. So, essentially, you're taken away from your own future. But anyway, YouTube, y'all have a great night.